Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So today I want to talk about Bitcoin setting up for a massive rally similar to 2020. And right now it is above 28,000 once again. So what is going on? There's so much stuff happening, including something massive that I set up last night that I may not be able to share, but maybe I will. There are so many good things. So let's talk about what's going on today and why we should all get ready for this massive rally that's about to come. All right. Welcome, guys. Look at this. Bitcoin is above 28,000 once again. Market bell is just wrong. That is looking good. Okay, right now, I know there's a lot of boringness, I guess. A lot of staleness. But, you know, we're trending upwards, right? We're in October. There's only a few months left for this year. And this is usually the most bullish months for Bitcoin, right? And even though there's a lot of scariness out there, a lot of scary printing and debt issues, and a whole lot of others, inflation issues, you know what? Bitcoin does not care. Bitcoin holders continue to get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Okay, that's what's happening right now. Now, this morning I looked at it. The U.S. market is looking like, kind of the same. Yesterday, little red, little even. You know, not a whole lot of momentum. I did see this. Jobless claims increased slightly, which is bad because here's the thing. In reverse, the number of jobs added decreased by half. So, you know, it's starting to add up, right? Jobless claims still high for unemployment, but the number of people that have found jobs have been cut in half. So the economy is not as rosy as before. So Powell and his buddies have to be really careful about another rate hike if they're thinking about it, right? Or they need to start thinking about, when are we going to start cutting? Maybe June of next year is too late to cut. Maybe we need to cut rates earlier. So this is definitely something that they're starting to think about, I'm sure, because the data is starting to turn in a negative way, right? And right now also, we have this phenomenon where the U.S. Treasuries, their yield is sky high. Sky high. And why is this? Is it because the dollar is so good that everyone wants it? No. It's because everyone else's fiat is garbage. That's why. You know, with all the irresponsible printing and all the debt that the U.S. has incurred, and the U.S. getting its credit rating cut, despite all those things, it's still the best of the worst. Every other currency out there on earth is devaluing against the dollar. That's why so many people are flocking to it. The only currency that isn't really is Bitcoin, right? So right now, DXY is sky high, but it has hit a territory just like before where it's overbought or a very extreme high level, right? And we know that Bitcoin tends to move in the opposite direction of DXY, except recently it has not been. Even though DXY has been going up, Bitcoin is not coming down. That's how strong it is. But if the DXY starts coming down and the money flows out of treasuries and dollars, well, then that's going to help Bitcoin even more. Okay, so that's something else to pay attention to. The sky high DXY, strength of treasuries. But despite that, you could see clearly when DXY started going upwards, Bitcoin points didn't go down, not like before. So Bitcoin is that strong right now. It is extremely, extremely strong. And nothing is going to pull Bitcoin down at this point, right? It's going according to plan. And we know that a spot Bitcoin ETF is around the corner. Yesterday, an ex-BlackRock director said that, yes, it's coming for sure in 3 to 6 months, right? That's from BlackRock or ex-BlackRock, someone that has some close ties with the people involved with the decision-making, right? And today, others have come out and said, yeah, this is going to happen. And when it happens, we're going to get hundreds of billions of dollars coming into this space. This is actually a low estimate of 200 billion. Last time I saw someone say it, 300 billion. But who's to say that's it? In the coming years, with FOMO hitting 2024, 2025, I believe it could be in the trillions. Trillions could be flowing into these spot Bitcoin ETFs. Remember, it's not just one. There's like 10 applicants right now, right? It could be trillions in the coming years. With just imagine the FOMO that will hit, just like all previous times, right? But FOMO previous years, previous cycles, more retail. Now we're talking about the big boys, the big institutions, the big financial institutions, and the banks and fintech companies and tech companies. They're all going to be FOMO in now, and they have billions to trillions on hand. It's a lot of money. A lot of money. Bitcoin just captures just a little bit of the world's asset value, I guess. Just a little bit. Bitcoin would be above gold, right? Just a little bit. That's why a lot of people, BitMEX founder Arthur Hayes, predicts that Bitcoin will be $750,000 to $1 million by 2026. Okay? So 2025 is usually the peak. 2026, we may see altcoins go up slightly more. Because usually the altcoin season is like a little bit longer than Bitcoin. Can Bitcoin actually hit 750 to 1 million by the end of this next cycle? I don't know. That's very ambitious. But like I said, with FOMO, with trillions coming in, with spot Bitcoin ETFs now, right? With countries also getting involved, who's to say it can't happen? Bitcoin needs to reach $750,000, roughly $750,000 to equal the market cap of gold. So if you think about that, Bitcoin is a better version of gold in every single sense. So shouldn't it be worth at least just as much, right? So Bitcoin has to go up to $700,000 just to equal the market cap of gold, not even exceeding it. And even gold's market cap isn't that great compared to equities or real estate or anything else, really. You know, so I mean, that could just be the beginning. Just the beginning. Okay? So just think about that. Right now, this is what it's looking like. Okay? If you stretch it out, you look at what Bitcoin is doing and what it has done, you know, it's pretty according to plan, right? So Bitcoin always goes through these downtrends. You have this like wedge, right? And then eventually it breaks out of it. This is like a logarithmic growth curve, right? So next up, where will Bitcoin end up? Where's the peak to this cycle? Well, according to this, around 200,000, right? And if we mimic the similar top we had in 2021, 2022, where we came back down and back up, yeah, we might go a little bit higher. Okay? Bitcoin doesn't always repeat its previous movements, but it tends to rhyme, right? So that is what we have to look forward to in the next 2 years on top of everything else I've said, right? Bitcoin is moving according to plan, has never really deviated despite all the macro stuff and the micro stuff and all the scariness that has happened. It's only fueled Bitcoin's strength. That's why the fundamental of Bitcoin has never been better. Even though the price is not back to all-time high, the fundamental of Bitcoin has never, ever been better than now. And you can't dispute that. That's backed by facts, right? Now, this is interesting. This is what I use in my thumbnail. Okay? Look at this. This is almost identical. And in time frame, too. Bitcoin in 2020, Bitcoin in 2023. In 2020, Bitcoin was going down. It was below this trend line. It kind of formed a wedge, and right around October time, Bitcoin went from below 10,000 to all the way up. It just kept going until 2021, right? So where are we right now? We're in October. And we have just broken through a trend line, but look at the pattern. Look at it. Look at that. It looks almost identical, right? So does that mean from now on, all the way in 2024, we're just going to see Bitcoin skyrocket up back to 69,000, right? Who's to say it can't happen? Because the halving event and spot Bitcoin ETFs are coming within less than 6 months. So can we just see a continuous rally for the next 6 months leading up to the halving event? That's certainly possible. I mean, this is, you know, shrunken, so it looks like it just goes up forever. But if you think about it, you know, the halving event is next April, right? And then spot Bitcoin ETFs could be approved anywhere from now to March, right? And with favorable conditions, with DXY possibly coming down, right? Who's to say Bitcoin can't just keep going up back to its previous high and then break through that after the halving event? That's certainly a possibility. This is not far-fetched. There's so much. There's so much goodness. I don't know how others, honestly, could be bearish. Like, I just don't know how anyone else in the space, and you guys know what I'm talking about, how they could continuously be so bearish when it's so obvious that Bitcoin is on a roll and about to make a lot of people a lot of money and get a lot of people to attain financial freedom, because Bitcoin is obviously the solution to all of our financial problems right now, right? Including the U.S. government, what they're doing, you know, with inflation, with the irresponsible debt accruing. Bitcoin is the way, and it's only getting stronger. And even the fractal patterns are telling you, and the charts and the metrics, the on-chain metrics and the fundamental, they're all telling you Bitcoin is stronger than ever. It's only getting stronger. So why would you be bearish at this time? And I don't know why any of you guys would be watching those bearish people, because it makes no sense. It just clouds your judgment and adds confusion in your head. Stop watching those people. They're holding you back. That's what they're doing. All right. So something else that's coming in Bitcoin is BIP 324. Now, this is not so exciting. It is not going to pump Bitcoin's price, but it is going to make Bitcoin more secure. So the node-to-node transactions will now be encrypted, so you can't really, I guess, hear what the neighbor's saying, okay, in layman's terms. That's what this upgrade is doing. So people that argue that Bitcoin doesn't have upgrades, they don't know what they're talking about. Bitcoin gets upgrades all the time, right? So unfortunately, there are some maxis out there that'll say, well, look at Ethereum, they got to upgrade, so there's security. I don't think they truly understand what they're talking about, because Bitcoin also gets upgrades too, like this one. And it's good. There's nothing wrong with upgrades. Something that was created 13 years ago or 14 years ago, yeah, some upgrades is probably a good thing, right? So just to let you guys know, this is coming. This is coming, right? All right, what else is there? Some Polygon news. Well, not yet. Some big billionaire in Hong Kong is pouring $100 million into a new blockchain fund again, right? The money that's sitting on the sidelines waiting to enter the space, not just Bitcoin, the entire Web3 space is enormous, way bigger than we can imagine. These are just a few headline news, okay? But what's really happening, right? These guys they control hundreds of billions. They're all looking and waiting for the right opportunity. And a lot of them also FOMO, because they're human, right? They don't quite understand. They just want to jump in and make some money when others are, right? That's why FOMO is not just limited to retail investors, it's really for everyone, right? And I can't imagine the amount of money that will be flowing in the next 2 years. All right, Polygon 2.0 is coming. The volume is spiking. So this is the very first attempt to move to the pool token. Pooled contracts will be on their testnet, They're going to implement all these improvement protocols, and basically they're going to move Polygon to Polygon 2.0, which will be almost like a layer 0, but there's still going to be a layer 1. And they want to come out with all these layer 2 chains, right? That will be interoperable and talk to each other and talk to the main chain, which is Polygon 2. That's what they want to do, and it's supposed to be better, more decentralized, blah, blah. You know the drill, right? There's a whole lot of stuff happening. So that's good for Polygon, and their ZK chain is doing quite well too. And also right now, if you're looking at volume, right, Polygon is kind of leading the way, but XRP isn't far off, and of course you got Bitcoin in there, right? So these are, of course, it makes sense, and it's good. It's good, very good. And then lastly, yeah, no, that was it. That was it. That's all I wanted to show. So overall, it's, I said a lot. You know, I'm super pumped today, super excited. I mean, there's just so much goodness. And like I said, I worked out something last night. That's going to be absolutely enormous in the crypto space, whether you like it or not. Let's do some Q&A. All right, let me see here. Let me scroll up. What is going on, everyone? Good morning, Walter Brown. Let's see. Ray K, Scott Jensen. Good morning. Omar Williams, good morning. Let's see. Crypto Surge, Alexandria. All right, here we go. Michelle, good morning. RC Spark Studio. Simran, I think you guessed it. You guessed who I was referring to, and not just them, not just him, others. Do you think 40K BTC end of the year is still attainable? Yes. Certainly. I just showed you this chart, Jan. Anything's possible. 40,000 is actually reasonable. If we keep trending up, once we break into the 30s, 40s could be right around the corner. Santa Rally is a real thing. So it definitely can be possible, in my opinion. Does it mean it's guaranteed? No. We might be in the 30s, but I think it could be possible. Sheldon, no, it's not OnlyFans. It does include CRU Plus. It includes a major fighting league, and it includes some major people in this space. That's all I'm going to say. But it's going to be absolutely huge. It's going to change. Crypto has never seen anything like this before, and it's going to change everything. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be, I'm so excited about it. Favorite wallet? My favorite wallet, to be honest, is Trust Wallet. It's just so damn easy to use. It's free and it's so useful, and I just like it. That's it. I don't know the wallet that you'd... Yeah, I haven't used that. I just like Trust Wallet. Do you think we're going back to 25K before Big Pump? Not really. No. Will CRU Plus have shorts when we're on the go? Probably not shorts, but maybe TikToks. Yes, I might create a CRU Plus TikTok channel for the short content. Man, I have big plans for CRU Plus. It's gonna be the #1 channel, even surpassing this one, probably in the bull market. It's gonna be huge. Gonzo lag. That Twitter post where all George loved it. Do you know where that's from? There's a little, if you look on top, there's a logo of where it's from. Yeah, that was an expensive night. Do you think NBA will succeed in cracking down load management? It's a waste of time and money. Yeah, I hope so. They're making some big changes. It's like an in-game tournament this year, so the number of regular season games is shortened. I don't know. They're cracking down on flopping, a lot of stuff. I hope so. I think they need to bring more defense into it. I know the NBA is obsessed with offense, but bring some defense back into it. Maybe introduce a 4-point line, too, while at it. Brett, I appreciate that. I think I'm going to have another networking party in Vegas. So I'm going to start planning that as well. I got too much stuff on my plate. I'm so excited about so many things. Yeah, I'm probably going to throw like another event in Vegas for this December. So stay tuned for that as well. Troy, I don't really have any other cars. I mean, I have a few nice cars, but they're all daily drivers. I don't have a lot of exotics or anything. I got to wait for my garage to be done, and then maybe, but buying a whole lot of cars is kind of wasteful, right? But I'll see. I'll see what else I could pick up. I've never owned a Porsche. I've sad to say, I don't think I've ever driven a Porsche either. So a lot of people tell me I go drive a 911. I have not yet. I tried to order a GT3, but those salespeople are horrible. Or the sales managers are horrible, I should say. Maybe you could hire a woman with daddy issues from Vegas to be your assistant. That might get me in trouble. Just last night, I was making this analogy. Like, no, I'm not gonna repeat it. Thanks to you, I had steak and eggs this morning. Well, that's good. That's good. I still try to intermittent fast, so I try not to eat breakfast, but every so often I'm just too damn hungry and I'll eat some eggs. Eggs, bacon, maybe a little avocado. Troy Fee, Husbands of Wharton. You're getting pretty close. You're getting really warm, but if I can make it happen, and I know I can, it's just a matter of I have time. But yeah, I think I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, it's no one will talk about anything else. it's going to be so good. I can't contain myself because I've just been thinking about all last night, and today I'm going to try to formalize more things. Most people here don't have or like TikTok. Well, you guys are missing out because TikTok is the best thing ever created. It seriously is. It gets a negative connotation because people are like, oh, China's spying you or whatever. Well, what about Facebook or anything else? They're all spying on you. But TikTok gives you all the things that you want to see all the time. Um, yeah, that's just bottom line. What's the best way to pull profits in a bull run? Just take profits. There's no right or wrong. I would say I came up with a new strategy. I think this will force you to realize you need to take profits. And that is your cash pile. If your cash pile of your total portfolio is not at least, let's say, 25, 30%, okay, that means you need to replenish either by putting in more money or taking profits and throwing a cash pile. Okay, so I think that's a good way to think about it. As the market continues to rise up, you're going to see that cash pile percentage go down because your crypto is going to go up in value. So yeah, then just take profit. It's not an OnlyFans. No, it's not an OnlyFans. I have 200K followers on TikTok from helping my son renovate his first house. Kim, awesome. That's the thing. People that trash TikTok, they don't know what they're talking about because they haven't used it. All they have heard is the bad stuff. But TikTok gives you like content on anything that you may be interested in, including house renovations, how to make money flipping houses, sports, right? Sport highlights, breaking news, crypto content. Yes, crypto content. And so much out, everything else. When McCarthy got thrown out, guess what? The first videos I saw on TikTok were about him getting thrown out. Like it knows exactly what you want, and that's why it's the most addictive app ever created. Yeah, it's probably better if most of you guys are not on it. It's probably better you're not on it. Like, I think TikTok for adults is awesome, but it's really bad for kids. I'll admit that. It's really, really bad for kids. My two young ones, all they do is watch it now. They watch shorts, which is the same thing. Like, it's going to destroy kids. That's the problem because it's too damn addictive, and it makes their impatience even worse. Lupu Daniel, don't give me that garbage, okay? You know who data steals more? Facebook. Do you ever realize that when you have a conversation with your phone turned off, and immediately when you turn on your phone, you start seeing ads or posts on Facebook of what you were just talking about? Yeah, I have no doubt that Facebook or even Google, they have their speaker turned on our phones, and they're listening to what we're saying. And I know I'm not the only one that have experienced that. Like, you could be talking about some random topic with friends or family, something that you have never ever searched before. And all of a sudden, you see endless ads about that very thing that you just got done talking about. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about, right? They're all they're all listening all the time. Anyways, I'm off on a tangent here. Bitcoin is still above 28,000. That's what's important. Yeah, the FBI or the whatever, any agencies, they can subpoena Google and Amazon for recordings made from Google Home and Alexa, right? Even though they're not supposed to be listening, they are listening all the time. That's how they can, when you say, "Hey Alexa, how I could turn on," because they're actually constantly listening and recording. My wife laughed when you said strap-on ones. Guess what my ads were about? I told you. They're all spying and listening, right? If you really didn't want to be spy on, just get rid of all your apps on your phones, right? Stop using Google because any Google product is spying on you. They read through your emails. They know how to target ads. They have their assistant listening to you. Their phones are listening to you. Same with Apple. Apple supposedly is better. I don't know if that's true or not. And get rid of all social media because all they do is basically try to collect data from you and sell you things. That's all they do. That's why they offer a free product, because consumers are not their clients. Okay? With social media, you are not the client. Advertisers are the client. You are the product. They're selling you, the product, to their clients, the advertisers. People don't understand that. But when it comes to social media apps, you are the product. The clients are the advertisers. It's really that simple. Carlos, what kind of marriage advice would you like to have? Or hear, I should say. Joe, what did Ben say? I think he referenced me once about how, oh yeah, we know what George is going to say, right? That's not bad. And I think that's true. All you guys know what I'm going to say. I'm bullish. I'm very, very bullish about Bitcoin, about the space. I don't know why anyone would not be bullish, right? That's why I whisper into my bro-in-law's Alexa about having ceramic doll collection. Start going to your in-laws or go to places that you want to prank and just start asking about strap-ons in their Alexa device. And they're going to get nothing but strap-on ads. Maybe my NFT will come up. Michael, yes, it's true. It's true. I'm not the only one that have experienced it. It's scary at times. Like you have your phone down, you're having a conversation, I don't know what it is, about something random. You pick up your phone. The first thing you see is that thing that you talked about. So you can't tell me that it's not listening to you. It is. Yeah. Anyways. Can you sell your crypto from your cold storage, or you have to send it to exchange first? You have to send it. I mean, if your cold storage like Ledger, they have built-in swaps with Ledger Live, but you still have to connect it up first. Omar, I appreciate that. I do. SJ, I have been checking in, and yeah, this big idea, this big event that I'm working, to make happen. Let's just say he may be involved. Maybe. Can't say for sure. Sat down at the Planet Fitness massage chair, and an advertisement for a massage chair popped up on my phone. Yeah. And it could be something totally random that you have never, ever, ever searched before. It just knows. It just knows. All right, what's good today? Hey, Cardano's doing pretty good today. Tonguecoin is doing good again today. Cardano, Solana. Let's see. Avalanche is doing very well today. I covered them last night. They're about all like throughputs. They're about upgrading and building better stuff. Maker is doing good. Aave is doing very good today, 7%. Not sure why. Let's see who else is doing good today. Trust Wallet. I just got done talking about Trust Wallet. I don't know what the use case is for Trust Wallet token, to be honest. There's no staking. There's nothing. You can't do anything to token. So I do not recommend buying Trust Wallet token, despite the fact that Trust Wallet itself is awesome. But I have no idea what Trust Wallet token does, and somehow it's at number 80 on the CMC, unless they just introduce something new. Because you can't do jack with it. How come I never mentioned Filecoin? Because it's not exciting to me. Decentralized storage is not that exciting. And honestly, I prefer Arweave over Filecoin because they're the storage backbone of Solana. Plus, they're like their own L1 too. You could build dApps on top of them. So, I don't know. And, they're smaller player, more price potential. Filecoin's already huge. Greetings from Sweden. ADA is midnight. I did read about that. I don't know like what changed with the latest upgrade. I gotta read up on it. Decentralized storage is needed for AI. Yes, it is. I mean, yes. I'm not trying to say decentralized storage isn't necessary. It's 100% necessary. The space definitely needs it, but it's just not very exciting because it's just storage, right? I prefer L1s, L0, L1, L2s, the chains that are supporting the dApps. More excited about those than say storage. But storage is definitely needed. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I think that's enough of ranting. Overall, today's pretty good. Bitcoin trying to hold above 28,000. Definitely going up. We got a lot of headwinds right now, okay, with the DXY skyrocketing and a lot of inflation fears and debt fears. But, Bitcoin doesn't care about any of that. Bitcoin will continue to trend upwards and upwards. And those of you guys that are patient will be rewarded. It's really that simple, okay? Smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.